Hello everyone, it's Vinny back again, your favourite YouTube noob, and today I'm going to cover what I've found about how to make the most of a job that you really hate. I'm going to break it down into 3 parts, but firstly there's a bit of a preamble to this. So to get started, you first need to gain a bit of perspective about what it is that you really want. Like, what is the real dream here? Do you want more time away from work? Do you want to somehow get to a different job in the future? What is that dream job? What exactly do you need to live? What things really make you happy? Determine that what for you makes you happiest at work. What is most important to you? Or even if it's being away from work, what is the most important thing here? Once you've answered these questions, you can start to put together a really good plan to help you make the most out of the job that you hate. For me, I really wanted to have more spare time. I was happy to lose money for that. I really wanted to be able to dictate what time I have off rather than being told what days I have to work. I wanted to make sure that anything that was going on with my friends or family that I could be there for, because I've missed so many things in the past. All because of work, like especially being forced to work weekends and so on. I don't really have any good skills. So it was certainly up there with being one of the most challenging things for me to do. So I took a relatively low paying job, qualifications to ensure that I could get that job as well. It's not glamorous, but I do get to have the days off that I want to have. And that makes me happy because my time away from work is so much more important to me than anything else. I don't need an expensive house or fast car. I don't even drive yet. 30 and I can't drive. And I was a little bit forced into it. I did have a job that I did like, but I got made redundant. But still, before I got that job, I knew exactly what I wanted from it. So moving on with the first thing. So firstly, what you want to do is speak to your boss about it. Once you've got a really good idea of exactly what you want from your job, for example, maybe you need certain days off. Maybe there's a specific day that you want to have off. Maybe you're wanting some training because you want to move up in the ladder. Perhaps you just need to find out what exactly it is that you need to do to move up in that ladder. But what's important is just to find out if they can help you. Be prepared for the changes that you want though. You kind of have to bargain in this situation. You have to offer something to get something in return. I mean, sure, a very good boss, if it's reasonable request anyway, will just give it to you. But it's always good to go with some solutions for what you're going to be missing. And be reasonable. No boss is going to let you sit at home and get paid. Like, you still have to do your job. But just as an example, there are a lot of jobs out there that require you to work weekends even though you don't really want to. It's not particularly desirable. Is there a way that you can maybe negotiate just the occasional weekend off, or maybe you can negotiate making up those hours at a different time? So secondly, identify and invest in the training that you need, or other things that can help you get what you want. Maybe you're a bartender, as I used to be, and your main aspiration is to one day own your own bar. How can you make the job that you are doing today, regardless of how monotonous, apply to that in the future? Maybe you can get some kind of experience in the business management end of it, or maybe a bit smaller, maybe some admin work. Is there a task that your boss doesn't particularly like to do that you could take off them? But either way, then you're adding value back and maybe making your boss's job a bit easier. It gives them one less thing to do and you're getting valuable experience. Be creative with these types of ideas. You never know where it might take you, but always show that you are giving some value back. And thirdly, if all of that fails, maybe it's time for a new job. But here's the thing, this time, if you have to go looking for a new job because for whatever reason, your boss just does not want to help you out, they cannot be reasoned with, or maybe they are just the problem. You can ask these questions that come up, the things that you want to have in your next interview, and then you can determine if this job is even right for you before you get through the door, because now you know what it is that you really want from your job. And maybe that will take you in a completely different direction. For example, in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which was written by Robert Kiyosaki, he explains that he went on to take a job with Xerox, I think it was, because their sales training was exceptional. And now he's an entrepreneur, obviously a very successful author and all-round business consultant. It wasn't the job that he wanted. He just knew that he could get some of the best salesman training at Xerox. And his dad was super disappointed with him because he went and got a really good degree, but he then went and just got a salesman job at Xerox. And it paid him like nothing. But look at where he is now. But I can pretty much guarantee with most jobs, I've done some really horrible jobs in my time. It's not usually the problem being the actual task, like the job at hand. It's often just the frustration that you're not heading in the direction that you need to be, or that you don't have the things that you want to have away from the working life. So anyway, that's it for the video today. If you got some value out of this video, I really would like it if you subscribe to the channel. I bring out stuff like this all the time, trying to push up to 2 times a week at the moment. We have a Monday motivation series going on, and that generally has just some stories that I've come across in my time that are there just to bring you out of the slump on a Monday. Not all of them are as serious as this one. I do try and keep them a bit light-hearted. I try and be a bit more funny sometimes, but I'm not that funny. So that's all from me. So until next video, take care.